Social media influencer Liver King. And investigators say they discovered Johnson was traveling to Austin while continuing to make threatening comments towards Joe Rogan.
Brian Johnson is charged with making a terroristic threat a misdemeanor.
After an insane couple of weeks, Liver King has found himself under arrest in the city of Austin. He's literally melting down on his Instagram page, now being arrested by the police.
Liver King was once respected by many, especially those who believed in ancestral living. Not just that, people admired him for his age and the seemingly natural physique he claimed to have built through an all-natural ancestral diet.
Liver King went to make his Black Rifle coffee, and look at what I found. I found 15 pounds of raw, thinly sliced pieces.
But like so many others who end up scamming their loyal fans, much like Logan Paul, Liver King eventually seemed to think, why not drop the ancestral act? I can scam my audience and make hundreds of millions. Another thing that got to him was the fact that nearly every major figure had invited him onto their podcast, except Joe Rogan. So he figured, why not call Joe out? It'll spark controversy, boost my product, boost my fame, and make me millions. But what Liver King didn't realize was what was waiting for him on the other side. In today's video, I'm going to break down how this reckless move could end up putting this $100 million man behind bars. Before I go into details, let's rewind. How Brian Michael Johnson became the Liver King, and in just a couple of years, how he became astonishingly rich by scamming his fans. It all started with Brian being just another guy, a small, insecure kid with a speech problem and low self-esteem. But he was obsessed with transformation. He studied biochemistry, got into dentistry, married a dentist, and lived a quiet life.
People always ask me, how do you stay so fit upside down on your hands? And I always tell them the answer is the same. I do active wrists and a whole lot of deficit work. Happy birthday!
But none of it gave him fame or fortune. So he reinvented himself as the Liver King, a raw liver-eating, primal screaming, muscle-packed man claiming to live by ancestral laws. Good morning, primals. It's time to launch into the day. Grounded. He preached what he called the 9 ancestral tenets. No processed food, no soft beds, no phones. Just raw organs, sunlight, heavy lifting, and primal living. His shredded physique was the ultimate proof.
Liver King here. I got 1 pound of delicious raw liver right in front of me because liver is king. Here we go.
And people believed him. He claimed to be 100% natural, and that lie made him millions. Soon, he exploded across TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, appearing shirtless in interviews, podcasts, gym videos, and even grocery stores, loudly promoting testicles, liver, and bone marrow. But behind all the madness was a business. He launched supplement brands like Ancestral Supplements and The Fittest, selling capsules that promised the benefits of raw organ meats, priced between $30 and $65 per bottle. People ate it up. Literally.
Primals, the Liver King bar has just gone live. It is going to become the most dominant bar in the history of bars. And I'm here to prove it to you. We are here.
His brand quickly began pulling in tens of millions annually. At its peak, the entire Liver King empire was estimated to generate over $100 million a year. He turned his entire family into a brand. His wife became the Liver Queen. His kids became the Savage Liver Boys. Together, they sold the fantasy that ancestral living was the secret to health, strength, and masculinity.
Always stuck here with my arms and everything.
My father likes eating an eyeball down the hat.
But none of it was real. In 2022, the truth came out. Leaked emails revealed that Liver King was spending over $11,000 a month on steroids, including testosterone, growth hormone, and other performance enhancers.
Guy's 47 years old. He built his brand on, the raw meat, the caveman lifestyle. What was it? The tenements and all that stuff. He said he was all natural, but found out he was spending $11,000 a month on steroids.
He claimed to be all natural, but in reality, he was dropping more than $130,000 a year just to maintain the physique he told the world was natural. He had lied. He had scammed his fans. He wasn't just selling supplements, he was selling a lie. A YouTuber exposed him, and the internet erupted. What I'm currently taking, here's the stack. IGF-1 LR3, CJC with IMAP, Abutamorin, Omnitrope, testosterone cypionate, DECA, and nandrolone cano. With no other option, Liver King released an apology. In a video titled "I Lied," he confessed to using steroids but framed it as a personal failure. He claimed he did it to help men struggling with depression and masculinity.
I'm making this video to apologize because I f***ed up, because I'm embarrassed and ashamed, because I lied and I misled a lot. I've stated that this is a complicated as fuck topic, at least to me it is, because before social media, I was rich and anonymous, and after social media, I'm still rich, but no longer anonymous, and I never expected this kind of exposure in the public eye. It's been tricky as f*** to navigate. Well, clearly I did it wrong, and I'm here now to set the record straight. Yes, I've done steroids, and yes, I'm on steroids, monitored and managed by a trained hormone clinic.
But the damage was already done. Soon after, a massive $25 million class action lawsuit was filed against him. The lawsuit claimed that he had knowingly misled customers into buying his products based on a fake enhanced body. It accused him of manipulating vulnerable people looking for answers.
Saying that's a massive switch from just a few months ago where he was previously calling anyone calling him out subprimal. But essentially, it seems like things have slowly gone downhill from here since this all happened. His companies were sued for $25 million for deceptive marketing due to his steroid controversy.
Although the lawsuit was eventually dismissed, many believe a private settlement was reached to keep things under wraps. Then came the feud with Joe Rogan. Despite appearing on numerous major podcasts, Liver King was never invited onto the Joe Rogan Experience. Rogan publicly questioned Liver King's claims of being natural, saying it was obvious he was on steroids.
Surprised at all.
No.
I mean, it seems completely makes sense, but that's exactly what I expected.
Yeah, it seemed like just a matter of time for him.
There's no way you can look like that. No. In your 40s, I mean, he's preposterously jacked.
Rather than staying quiet, Liver King spiraled. He started posting strange videos, even going as far as to challenge Rogan to a fight.
Tell me if Joe Rogan has accepted the invitation for the fight. Have I gotten his attention yet? Everything. Because Joe Rogan, we don't have to make videos to pretend anymore. All of this is happening. We're coming to you. I've challenged you man to man to Joe Rogan's town, Austin. I was here before you, Joe Rogan. It's Texas. That's my home. This week you probably might need to worry about.
In one video, he wore a wolf belt, held a rifle, and spoke directly to Rogan like he was starting a war. But it wasn't just a stunt anymore. Joe Rogan felt threatened and contacted law enforcement. In June 2025, Liver King was arrested in Austin, Texas. He was charged with making a terroristic threat. He was released on a $20,000 bond and ordered to stay at least 200 yards away from Joe Rogan and his family. He was also placed under strict curfew, fitted with an ankle monitor, and ordered to undergo a mental health evaluation. After getting out of jail, he jumped right back on social media as if nothing had happened, even joking about going after Seth Rogen next. But the reality is, no laughing matter.
He thought if you just put him in jail, have the Violent Crimes Division, have them come arrest him for a terroristic threat. And the whole time that terroristic threat you thought was a bomb or something inside that box was actually a present back for you.
Liver King's brand is now falling apart. His supplement business is under pressure, his credibility has vanished, and new lawsuits could still emerge. Regulators might once again investigate his false claims. His fan base is fractured. The empire he built on raw liver and deception is collapsing fast. If he's convicted of making threats, the consequences could escalate: fines, probation, or even jail time if he breaks court orders again. His $100 million brand could go up in flame. And Joe Rogan? He's no longer amused. He's publicly said that Liver King seems mentally unstable and potentially dangerous. No one's laughing anymore. This is what happens when the lies finally catch up. Let this be a warning. Don't take every celebrity at their word. Just because someone is jacked, loud, and confident doesn't mean they're honest. Don't waste your money on overpriced supplements just because a famous face is behind them. Ask questions, do your research, and think for yourself. Because the next Liver King might already be waiting to sell you the next lie.